going on, everyone? My name's Kai. Welcome to the channel. Consider subscribing. It helps me out big time. Alright everyone, so I've got another video for you today. I want to show you what I recently picked up in Japan. I went out shopping yesterday and had to pick up some stuff, and I picked up some really cool stuff that I think you'll be interested in. So, this is the second episode of What's in My Bag. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's open it up and see what we got. Alright, very first thing that I picked up was this. So, this thing is like, it's like a little baby sumo guy, but it's made out of rubber and sand, so if you know... What do you guys think? So this is my new, I guess my new stress reliever. It's quite the funny thing. I'm gonna throw it off of the building and see how flat it can get. So bizarre and weird. So bizarre. What is this? Seriously. Very strange. Okay, so that was that. That's funny. I'm gonna make some shorts with this. I don't know if you've seen the me and my monkey shorts, but I'm looking forward to making it with this. However, I think that if I make those shorts with this thing, they might not be allowed on YouTube because it's like a little infant. Either way, that's number one. So number two is a board game that I've seen all over Japan. It's all over the Famicom. Whenever I'm at the video game store and I'm looking through like the inexpensive Famicom game, there's always hundreds of copies of Othello. And I thought it would be fun for me and Megumi to play while we go on picnics and when we go out and stuff. I have no idea how to play it. She knows how to play it. It can't be that hard. But looks like a lot of fun. Othello. Alright, so next thing. Oh, this is very nice. This is very nice. So guys, with my Patreon, on the $100 reward tier, you get a ton of stuff. And one of the things that you get with my $100 reward tier is one of these bracelets. Now, these bracelets are expensive. Even though they're not made of gold, and even though they're not made of, you know, silver and precious metals, they're all crystals, right? And they're all polished crystals, and each one of the beads is about $5. So you add all of that up, and it gets pretty big. However, I got a little bit more of it. I got a little bit more. They were having a sale, so I ended up picking up a ton. A ton. So if you guys think I wear a lot of bracelets now, just wait until I'm finished. Building these. Either way, yes. So on my $100 reward tier, I know it's expensive, but you get a ton of stuff, and you get one of these handmade by myself. And as you can see, yeah, like here's a cheaper one. This entire string is about 3,000 yen. So they can get pricey. They can get pricey. But I want to let you know, if you support that, I will hand make you one of these. So I picked these up. I think that after I make some more of the bracelets for myself, I think I'll be done with making more of them. I think I have enough at this point. The next thing, this is very cool. Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance, hell yeah. So, one thing about Japan that's very strange is Game Boys are stupid expensive. Like, stupid expensive. Just a regular Game Boy, like the old school, original release Game Boy, you're looking at like $200, you know? And that's insane. If you want a Game Boy Color, you're looking at like, again, like $200, $250, and it's nuts. I recently bought all of the Pokemon Stadium games, and in order to play those games properly, you really have to import your own team from the game, from the Game Boy game, or else it's going to be next to impossible to beat the entire game. So what I did was, when I was in I was in a place where it was hard off. It was hard off. It was like a used kind of place, and this was in a junk bin, and it was only $10. And the thing is, the screen does have some damage, as you can see. The screen does have some damage, and it's missing the back battery pack. However, it was only 1,000 yen. It was less than $10, and it still works. So the only thing that I really need to use this for is playing the Pokemon game, building up my team so I can import it into the Pokemon Stadium. However, right after I purchased this, I realized how stupid I am sometimes. I hate deprecating humor, but sometimes I'm so stupid. And I'll show you why in a moment, but I picked up a Game Boy Advance, 10 bucks. I got, if you guys saw my last video, I got a Tamagotchi Game Boy game, so that'll be cool to check out. Yes, excited about that. The next thing I got, now this is why I feel so silly. I ended up getting a transfer pack, which is the device that you use to bring your Pokemon into Pokemon Stadium. I got a transfer pack in the box for $10, and that's great. And here's the problem that I'm having. When I was trying to figure out the cheapest way to be able to play the Pokemon game and then be able to import it into the game, I thought, okay, maybe get a Super Game Boy and a cheap Super Nintendo. That would have cost about $100. I was thinking maybe, you know, get a Game Boy, but again, that was $100. And then when I found the Game Boy that I just got, I was super happy because I'm like, hey, I can play it. And then I realized this has a feature where if you plug your Pokemon game into this, you can just play it on an N64. I'm so stupid. There's not many Game Boy games that you can play in its entirety on the N64. However, you can play the Pokemon games through Pokemon Stadium. So I didn't need a Super Nintendo. I didn't even need the Game Boy Advance. I didn't need anything. I just needed this. God, I felt stupid. But it's a good thing that this only costs $10, and I can get some use out of it other than that. So, that's the next thing. Speaking of that, I picked up a copy of Pokemon Yellow. Yeah, I picked up a copy of Pokemon Yellow. It was hard between red and green because they don't have blue here in Japan. It was red and green, but then I was like, you know what? I'm not necessarily playing this game for the game. I'm playing it to grind Pokemon to bring into my Pokemon Stadium game. So I picked up this just because you get all 3 starters in the game. I think it's a lot of fun, and I haven't played Pokemon Yellow since I think Pokemon Yellow might have been the very first Pokemon game that I ever played. As a matter of fact, I'm almost certain it is. I don't think I had blue or green. I think I only had yellow when I was a kid. And then I had gold. Either way, Pokemon Yellow, I picked it up for $39.80, so about $35, which is great because the same game in North America is got to be over $100 by now. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But I know that Pokemon games are stupid expensive now. Okay, so we're getting to the end. Here's something very cool. So this is called Sanrio Carnival. And actually, you know what, Bex, if you're watching this video, my good friend Bouncer Bex, you're gonna love this game because it's a puzzle game. It's like a well puzzle game, kind of like Tetris, kind of like Columns, kind of like that. Except you use all the Sanrio characters. And the thing is, for me, I want to collect the Sanrio games specifically for Tabo. Tabo. So you guys know that I love Tabo very much. When I first found this little character, I absolutely fell in love with him because it reminds me of me when I was young. The reason that I was bullied so relentlessly when I was young is because I wanted to hug everybody. I wanted to hug everybody. My first day of kindergarten, I would go up to all the kids and hug them, and they did not like that. But Tabo reminds me very much of myself when I was young. And anything basically with Tabo on it, I'm gonna pick up. It was $9.80, so about $7 Canadian. And then for my last pickup, this is something that I was debating on because I do already have the loose cartridge of this game. However, it's a Takeshi game, and I think that Takeshi Kitano is just one of the most bizarre comedian, actor, directors, personalities ever. So I really enjoy his work. You guys probably know Takeshi Kitano and may not even know it. If you remember that show, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge or Takeshi's Castle, that's all Takeshi Kitano stuff. So I picked up in box the second I picked up the second game, basically. So this game is essentially Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. It has to be legally different kind of thing. So this is like even though it's his stuff, they weren't able to use the 100% MXC name kind of thing. So it's a very good adaptation of what it is. But this is a board game. So the only thing that sucks about this is it's only 2-player. It's a video game that you have to play with somebody else. And I don't think I'll ever find anybody else to play this with. But the fact that I got it in the box and I can put it beside my copy of Takeshi's Challenge, I think that is very cool. And it's a very cool box. It's a very unique box, you know. And it was complete. It was complete. It has the manual in it. The manual has the entire map of the game kind of thing. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting that on my shelf. And that's it, guys. That's it. So I'm going to show you this thing one more time. There you go. Alright, guys. So I'm going to get going. I hope that you have a great day. Thank you so much for checking out my video. This is part of my series, My Life in Japan. It's not going to be part of the main series, but it's going to be in the same playlist. So I hope you enjoy it. And guys, follow me on Patreon. If you're out there and if you really want to support the channel in any way, I'm a professional photographer. I have over 125 of my photos that I've done on my Patreon, and every single one of them is $5, happy price. You know, this price is very human. And I have some great reward tiers, you know. I never really talk too much about my reward tiers because I'm kind of, you know, weirded out about promoting it like that, but I'm really excited about it. Some of my reward tiers include signed prints of my photos. Some of my reward tiers include video games from Japan. My largest reward tier, that's like for the public, has a whole bunch of stuff in it. As a matter of fact, I kind of made a mistake with my largest tier because with everything that's in that tier, I would be making zero money on it. Zero money on it because it would all be going towards rewards. So, but I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to send it out. If anybody is interested in getting some of these bracelets, I'll make them for you. And yeah, other than that, guys, thank you so much. Thank you to my sponsor for the main series of this channel. Thank you to the Alternation. I'm wearing their hat right now. Guys, check them out if you are in the Greater Toronto area. They're a great place and they have great tattoo artists. Alright, guys, other than that, it's a crappy day out, but I'm in Japan. I still gotta go out and do stuff. I can't just sit in this hotel room all day. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to go back down to Akihabara. Today I'm going to be filming a $50 video game challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $50 and we're going to see how many video games we can buy for $50. They don't necessarily need to be the best video games. They don't need to be, you know, Super Mario 3 and like really, really good games. We're just going to take $50. We're going to get as much as we can, and I'm going to show you how cheap it is to actually start a pretty big collection down here. Alright, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye!
Thank you for watching そばリビング